Hey Osteostrong family, it's Dr. Greg Vanvakaris from Studio City Osteostrong. We are going to work on some balance stuff today. So, since we know we're all at home, all you need is a chair. And I want you to use the back side of the chair. And you will stand facing the direction perpendicular to it. And we're going to grab the chair with one hand. We're going to lift the opposite leg. When we do this, make sure the leg that's planted, this leg, we're really squeezing our butt muscle, focusing on squeezing our glute and our upper thigh. And I want you to just hold that till you really feel it start to tighten and hold. And I would like you to do this barefoot as well. So make sure that you can push off your toes on the floor and work the arch muscles of your feet, which are really important in balance and proprioception. So we're going to go from a full hand to one finger. And after you feel good with one finger, then we're going to lift both hands out. And you're going to hold this for kind of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that down. Going to grab the chair again. This time, lifting the opposite leg. Really finding that balancing point underneath using our glutes, our legs. Again, pushing off our toes, you feel the pressure underneath your feet. It's very important when we start to lose proprioception and balance as we get older, we start to lose that sensitivity of pressure under our feet. So we want to start to really notice where we're feeling the pressure at the same time as keeping our glutes tight. Again, up to one finger until you feel stable. Then we're going to raise our arms for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And I almost fell too. I caught myself. As soon as I felt my hips start to relax is when I started to shift. So we're going to start off with that. And now we're going to make it a little more difficult by putting one foot in front of the other. So now we're straight in a line like this. You're going to squeeze both your glutes, both sides of your butt. Squeeze your legs, feel the pressure underneath your feet, holding the chair again, and then lift, and just hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to switch legs. That was about a 10 count. That's why I started at 5. So I don't confuse you. I'll start at 10 on this side. All right, we're going to squeeze, find our balance point to one finger. Arms out, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeezing those hips. Excellent. Whew. So now we're going to go on to something a little more advanced. So those of you that feel like that's enough, I want you to practice that every day. Not hard. 5 minutes is what it took. And now we're going to add some things that make it a little more difficult. So once you feel like you've mastered that, then you can add these on. So you can grab any kind of weight at the house. What I did, because most of us aren't out, is I have children, so I took a milk jug. But all I did is fill it with a little bit of water, so there's a little bit of weight in it. And we're going to go, and so you can use a can of tuna, you can use a can of soup, some other plastic bottle. Don't use glass in case you drop it. Also, you're always staying close to the chair in case you need it for balance. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the original where we started with one foot, holding, and then when we let go, we're going to move this jug across our body. And as we do that, it changes where we have to contract in our core to keep our hips and everything strong at the same time to keep that balance on that foot, because we're changing the leverage at different angles when we go across. And we just hold that. And so I want you to do that if you can. That's 5. Do it 5 times across your body. And if you need to come a little closer like this, I'll switch legs and I'll do it a little closer. We're going to come from here. Again, feeling the pressure under my foot. So if we come a little closer, it's easier. But it still causes us to transfer the weight across our core and our body, just like that. See how I started to get off balance? Then as you want to get more tricky, you can go around. We call this around the world. And you're holding tight in through your hips and your glute, Try to stay really stable. It might make it easier also if you do this watching yourself in a mirror. It'll help give you a sense of balance. You know how we do the balance test and we go 10, then we look up for 10 and close our eyes for 10 when we're on the vibe plate. This is sort of replacing the vibe plate while you're gone, so we can really work on strength, proprioception, and balance. So what we can do with this is we're gonna go now to the next pressure, next change, so that's a little more difficult, okay? I have a band here, it's called a TheraBand. You can get these on Amazon. This is a medium, and I'm gonna make it even more difficult now to balance and keep these muscles. So since we are not on a vibe plate, we're gonna challenge ourselves the best we can at home, keep working our strength, core stability, and balance. So as we return, when all of this chaos and COVID-19 is over, because we're all gonna get through this, then we can go back and resume, but we won't have lost any strength, any balance in our core, and we can really start working that vibe plate again. So this is a more advanced now. What I did was I took this, I tied it to my table, my dining table. You could tie it anywhere, but it's a nice leg. And again, if you need to stand in the chair, you can. We're gonna create some tension on this band. So the band is pulling now at different angles. And at different angles, we're gonna really be thrown off. So I'm gonna step even forward. I feel comfortable being away from the chair. If you don't, pull the chair next to you and do it. From here, when I lift my leg, now I have all this angle pulling down on me. And I'm gonna push this out, and I'm gonna hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's gonna be even harder with this side when I switch legs. We're gonna bring this up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now, I'm gonna switch arms and hold it straight out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very difficult. Coming across the body is more difficult than holding it with this hand. This hand's more difficult. 5, 4, feel the balance, feel the stress under the feet. 2, I really feel them gripping the floor. I feel my glutes gripping on. I feel the tension pulling. I can feel all the movement in my core. We want to keep these core muscles engaged. This also keeps strength around the lumbar spine, the glutes, everything is firing all around. If you want to make it more difficult, you raise your leg higher and you push further across. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last thing, this is a long protocol. So it's nice to do these in a sequence so you can see where you're at. You can change levels with this. You can do it down here if you want to. You can do it up here if you want to. It depends on your comfort zone and if somebody is with you that can help you so you don't feel like you're gonna fall. You can turn around and do the opposite. If I'm squeezing from here on my glutes and I pull this out, it's really causing this to contract. All these muscles are contracting and there's a lot of tension on that band as I hold. Then I could switch. So this way you get both sides. So I would recommend, even though I'm not facing you, that you do this across, and then you turn around and do the opposite way, across and across. You can also come back where you're pulling it across this way. So now it's pulling you diagonally towards it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now this is gonna be even more difficult. Pulling this across and lifting this slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This really makes you engage your glutes, your core, and the proprioception and the foot muscles of the arch. Very, very important. So, last thing we're gonna do. This is for the most advanced, and again, this has been 5 minutes, doesn't take too long. You do 2 rounds of this every day, it's gonna help you tremendously. We're gonna go straight forward. You may wanna have somebody with you with this, unless you feel really comfortable, okay? We're gonna hold this across, bring our leg up, by myself, my core, my center, and now, from this position, we wanna close our eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very difficult. Last one. This really relies on us feeling our body. 5, there we go, see? Very difficult. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very difficult. So that's my practice. The next time you guys see me, I'm gonna be able to hold my eyes for 10 of that cross. I hope this helps you guys out and gives you some things to do. Really stay focused, stay with us. We're gonna move through this pandemic. Listen, Osteostrong is a great community. We have tons of support. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. We're sending out as much love and joy and hugs to you guys as we can through this time. We look forward to seeing you guys again as soon as possible. Any questions regarding this or anything else that I post, please, please, please send us some emails. Any questions, any things that you'd like to see, and I'd love to film it for you and send it to you. All right? Bless you all.